Hey guys, this is Amber with Charming Crafts. How are you doing? I am actually coming on to show you some things that I've got going on today. Grab a cup of coffee, grab your art stuff. If you want to go ahead and do some paper beads along with me, that would be great. So my grandmother ordered 7 strands of beads. These beads obviously are not done yet or weren't pre-made. I asked her what kind of beads she wanted. She goes, just send me some pretty ones. So knowing that she likes roses, Victorian stuff, I decided to roll her some pretty beads out of some Victorian paper like this. I got this off Etsy. Beautiful roses. She loves roses. It came in a blue. This one's got blue in it. And I don't remember what the other one was because I already cut them up and rolled the beads out of them. I don't know where I put those. Oh, here they are. I'll show you a couple of the ones that I did make. They came out really pretty. These are the only ones that are sealed. I don't know if you can see those too well. Let me see if maybe turning on a little light on the camera will help. Probably not. Anyways, they're the rose pattern that I just showed you. Tube beads. She loves porcelain dolls, and they're colored on the end and the inside. And you can see the rose pattern kind of on the beads. These are sealed already, so I've got 4 done. I have to make a total of 70, so that's going to take me a little bit. What I chose to do is I chose to print this image out on regular copy paper, because as you can see in the pattern, you've got roses here, like on the strip, and there's some like spots that don't have roses. So what I did is I cut them into 1-inch strips. And then I go down the bead paper, and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to use, like, I picked out this strip, and I cut it short. I don't know if you can see that or not see that, but there's some really pretty roses on there, and I thought that that would make a really pretty bead. So then to get the thickness, I attached it to some cardstock that I wasn't using. I try to recycle all my paper so I don't throw anything away. So all you'll see at the end of this is this bead, but it'll have the thickness of the cardstock. So another thing that I also do is I don't like to have white edges, and I like the core to be colored. So I'll go through and I'll pick out, you know, I'll look at the pattern. Anyways, I picked, I think a nice lavender purple is good, so I grabbed my Sharpie and I go ahead and I'm going to actually grab something because I just turned 39, which maybe some of you don't think that's too old, but the young people think I'm old and the old people think I'm young, so I'm stuck in like nowhere land, but I feel a little old. So I got these glasses. They were like 12 bucks. They got a little light on them, and it's got magnifying glasses on the end. You can choose your strength. So I put those on because when I'm doing like jewelry working, I can't see like the findings and all that kind of stuff. So these help me when I'm working to be able to see what I'm doing a lot better than not. So, and I don't really, the glasses, you know, I don't know. I think these just work out a lot better, and I can see more of the detail of what I'm doing than when I don't wear them. Because like I wouldn't have been able to see that right there wasn't covered with ink. But now that I have the little light, I have my magnifying glasses, I can see exactly what I'm doing. How much ink the paper's taken up. So it ends up making a nicer bead because I can see. Go figure. So anyways, I take my Sharpie marker that I thought matched the picture good enough. I do need to get some new ones because I would have liked to put gray on the ends of those, but my gray marker dried out. So I have a 7-year-old daughter that uses my stuff and she forgets to put lids back on, and all the stuff that kids do. So I need to go grab some more of those. I want gray and like silver and gold, so I can do the, oh, gold would have looked really, really pretty with these. Oh, why didn't I think about that? I don't have a gold marker and I don't have gold paint. I do need to go get some because gold would have actually, you know what, after I do this purple one, because I did a couple purples for her, I might run to Walmart and go grab a gold Sharpie, and that way I can trim the edge of these in gold. That would look a lot prettier. I did make her a bracelet also, and I'll show you that once I make sure I got all these edges covered. And then what I do is I also want the inside of the, and I'll zoom in a little bit here if I can. Sorry, I don't have like the best camera in the world, and it's not listening to me today. It's kind of doing what it wants to do. I hope one day I can get a really nice camera once I start selling some of my work. I do have a Etsy shop that I've put some ear cuffs in, I've put earrings, I've made some really beautiful necklaces. My Etsy shop is Bead Girls Boutique. Go ahead and check that out, see all the things that I've made, and hopefully you'll buy something. Go ahead and click the subscribe button. That helps support me a lot, and I'm trying to get to 1,000 viewers so that I can take you on shopping with me when I go to beads stores and look for certain beads. I can take you with me by using my cell phone. YouTube has changed their rules. You have to have 1,000 subscribers before you're able to go live, so it's kind of made it hard for people. So I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers so I can also get monetized, so I can start making money off some of this. I'm trying to do work at home so I can be with my daughter and not have to go put her in some funky daycare or something like that. And I homeschool her, so I need to be at home. And so I'm trying to open up my little Etsy shop and making jewelry and doing paper beads, and it is really a lot of work. And I'm hoping that you guys like some of that stuff that I've made. I'll show you a couple things after I roll this bead. My rollers, I got a set from JP Fun on Etsy. Actually, they come off Amazon, but she has them in her Etsy shop also. JP Fun on Etsy. These rollers are like extendable, so you can make bigger beads. These are a split pin, but they're pretty and they're fun. I'm able to make bigger beads. Some of the bead rollers have really small space from here to here, so it makes it kind of weird for rolling beads, but these are awesome because they're adjustable. So anyways, put my paper in there and I'll show you what this ends up looking like. Beads for Grandma. That's what I'm going to name this video. Beads for Grandma. See, and I can see what I'm doing a lot better with these glasses on. I can see where my edges are going, which helps a lot, not having to readjust the bead when I'm taking off the roller so much. I really just couldn't see before. That's just terrible. You know, when you get older, things happen, your eyesight goes. And maybe I'm at that age where things are going to start happening. I don't know. 39, almost 40. I don't know. Is that old? Is it not old? I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't know what I'll be saying when I turn 50. Oh my goodness. Alright. Put some glue on there. Get my end glued down. Then I usually pop it off my bead roller here. And I'll put it down. And I press on each side. You probably only have to do one side, but I like to do two. And see, when you take it off of these bead rollers, the split pins, you end up having this little funny kind of like, I don't know if you can see that paper in the middle. So this set that I got comes with a needle tool, which I use for gluing. I use it to make sure that my insides of my beads are nice and flush, and I glue them down just so they don't come up, and it just makes a nicer bead. And I know that my insides are coated, glued down, and they won't be coming apart. So anyways, if you can see that, you can see the roses. Like I said, I'm sorry about that. My camera is not the best, but these beads are really pretty, and I think she's really going to like them. And I actually like the purple on there, although the gold would be a really nice touch. And I've got 1, 2, 3, let's see, 4, I've got 5 non-dipped. These are just paper and glue, like I showed you a little bit ago. I showed you after the process, I dip it in PC wood petrifier, and then I also glaze them. So they're nice, sturdy, hard, pretty beads. You can see the shine to the beads. They are not 100% waterproof. They're water resistant. I wouldn't suggest submersing them in any type of water because they contain paper beads like the bracelets and stuff. This is the one I made for my grandma. I thought grandma needs a little bling bling, so I made these paper beads. They're barrel beads. This was actually out of roses, but you can't tell that they're roses, but they ended up coming out really pretty. And then I put a little prey charm at the end of her bracelet. So that is going to grandma. Give grandma a little bling bling. I'm going to be mailing that off to her tomorrow, and then I'm going to be working on her beads. She wanted 7 strands, that's 70 beads. So that's going to take me a little bit. Like I said, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4. I've made 5 out of that 70 today because I was working on her bracelet. Oh, and I got the other 4. So I've got 9 out of it. I almost have a full strand. So if I do one more strand or one more bead, I'll have 1 strand for her. And I'm kind of mixing her colors, blues and stuff like that. The background, like I showed you, that some of this has the, you know, blue with the roses, and the other one has a yellow. Then I also, with the leftover beads from her bracelet, I wrapped one of the beads, if you can see that, with copper wire, kind of learning how to do that, give a little bit of fun to it. I actually also took a bead and I wrapped it with copper wire. I put a little spiral at the end, and I'm going to hook this actually onto a necklace. I think that's really pretty. Kind of like a jade, right? It's acrylic, but it looks like it. It'll be jade without the hefty price. You can look fashionable without paying an arm and a leg. I also have a few more things too. I made this yesterday. This is also on my Etsy shop, or in my Etsy shop. This is like a faux turquoise necklace cross with some really cool big beads. Texas, we love big beads. I'm not in Texas anymore, but this is kind of like the style. I left about 8 months ago, and I'm missing the sunshine and the restaurants and home. I call it home, but anyways, I love the little red beads in there with the green. So this is in my Etsy shop. You can go take a look at that. And something neat that I learned to do, and I'm going to be doing a video on that. I am definitely not a master at this yet, but it's something fun that I learned to do, and I'd like to share it with you guys. These are ear cuffs, and I actually have them in my Etsy shop on my daughter's ears so you can see how they look. I don't know if my camera can focus in on that. I don't think my camera focuses. But this is copper wire, and I just did a wrap. I made a tiny little paper bead, and it's got an ear cuff, as you can see on the back, and you just go ahead and you put that on your ear. And since it's I think this is 20 gauge, it's a softer copper, so everybody's ears are different, but you can kind of adjust it, play with it, and it looks really cute sitting on the ear. I made another one that has like a little pearl dangle on it. That one's in my Etsy shop. And then I made one out of like the gold looking copper wire that actually has little dangles on it, little ceramic bead dangles, and this is a gold colored copper wire. This looks really cute on the ear. Whether you have earrings, you wear earrings, your ears are pierced or not, it's a fun addition to put those on your ears. Cute way to dress it up. I've made some other earrings with some little pearl dangles in my Etsy shop. I have some other necklaces, and I'm going to be putting more of the ear cuffs in there, but I would like to come back and go ahead and show you guys how I make my ear cuffs and my dangles. And then I've got a few other things that I'd like to show you, some things that I found. So I hope everybody's doing great, and I'm going to be working on my beads for Grandma. I'll be back with another video soon. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, show me some love, leave a comment, questions, suggestions, anything you got, and I'll try to answer back. Until next time, bye!